Black comedy is like laughing at a funeral while secretly nodding because the joke makes way too much sense. It is humor wearing sunglasses indoors, sipping tea, and whispering the truth that nobody else wants to admit out loud. It takes everyday pain, racism, awkwardness, identity crises, and society's biggest nonsense and turns them into punchlines that sting a little after you laugh. It is the kind of comedy that makes you chuckle, pause, and say, wait, that was actually deep. These are not just jokes, they are survival tools, truth bombs, and cultural mirrors all disguised with sarcasm and uncomfortable giggles. Every laugh comes with a message. Every joke comes with a mirror. If you have ever laughed at something you definitely should not have laughed at, congratulations, you'll have experienced the magic of black comedy. Now get ready, because we are diving into 15 moments that are hilarious, brilliant, and brutally honest. Let's start with the legendary Coming to America, where Eddie Murphy played the role of Prince Akeem of Zamunda, a wealthy African prince who travels to Queens, New York, not to find riches, but to find love and humility.
But where in New York can one find a woman with grace, elegance, taste, and culture? A woman suitable for a king? Queens!
The movie is about identity, class, and the difference between being served and truly serving others. It mixes culture, comedy, and romance while showing a royal man who wants to be seen not for his title, but for his heart. Now check out this scene.
Remember, Simi, no one here can know I am royalty. You must appear to be no different than the average man.
I will not say a word.
Seems simple to grab, but here is the catch. Akeem doesn't want love built on status, power, or material wealth. He wants something real, something human. It reminds us of a quote from Socrates, "Be as you wish to seem." True value isn't in crowns or titles. It is in character. Sometimes you have to hide your wealth to reveal your truth. However, this one scene pops out.
If so much as one toe hit that dirt, I want you to shoot him right in his ass. I want you to shoot him dead. You do that, I swear to God, you a free man. Hell, I'd walk you out the gate myself. What'd he say?
You know, I got to be honest with you here, boss. You don't want to give me that gun, 'cause I'd probably shoot you with it.
This moment flips the power dynamic. It is not just about refusing violence. It is a symbolic rejection of a system that pits black people against each other for the entertainment or control of authority. It reminds us of the principle: oppression thrives when the oppressed turn against each other. Instead of betrayal, Eddie chooses loyalty, dignity, and truth. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." That moment was bigger than a gun. It was about choosing humanity over fear. Number 3 is Soul Plane. One hell of a hilarious movie. This one is wild, chaotic, and unapologetically over the top. It follows Nashawn Wade, played by Kevin Hart, who starts an airline designed for the black community after a terrible flight experience. The movie is packed with outrageous characters, exaggerated stereotypes, and social satire about culture, class, and identity in America. It is a comedy, but it is also a commentary. Here's a crazy part in the movie.
Oh, get the fuck out. What's he doing? Watch him, watch him.
Going nowhere without us, Osama. If you got to go to the bathroom, we going with you. She holding, I'm shaking, player. That's right. It's cool, y'all. It's cool, y'all. We got this. We security up in here.
Funny, yes, but here is a message. The film flips the script, showing how prejudice does not just flow one way. It reveals how fear and stereotypes can infect all communities, even those who are often stereotyped themselves. It reminds us of the principle: when you judge, you do not define someone else, you define yourself. Bias is not always about race. Sometimes it is about fear. Soul Plane reminds us that laughter can expose the uncomfortable truth that anyone can stereotype anyone, and that is the real turbulence. In fifth place is Sorry to Bother You. This movie is not just comedy, it is a strange, wild, genius how success can sometimes cost your voice, your truth, and even your identity. On to the next one is Sister Act. This movie stars Whoopi Goldberg as Dolores, a lounge singer who accidentally witnesses a crime and is forced into hiding in a convent disguised as a nun. What starts as chaos turns into transformation as Dolores brings life, music, and confidence to a group of shy, disconnected nuns and students. The movie mixes comedy, faith, and personal growth, showing how purpose can sometimes be discovered in the most unexpected places. Here is the scene that got me in.
If you wake up in the morning, you can't think of anything but singing first. Then you're supposed to be a singer, girl.
This is not just about music, it is about identity, courage, and the power of believing in your own voice. Dolores teaches her that passion should never be silenced by fear or expectations. It echoes the famous quote, "Your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God." Sister Act reminds us that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to simply allow yourself to be seen, heard, and believed. At number 7 is Girls Trip, a wild, emotional, hilarious ride that follows 4 lifelong friends on a trip to New Orleans that turns into a journey of laughter, heartbreak, healing, and self-discovery. The movie is filled with outrageous comedy, but underneath the chaos, it explores friendship, loyalty, confidence, and the struggle to maintain your identity while growing apart or growing up. It is messy, honest, and beautifully real. Tiffany Haddish played the crazy friend role until this scene showed us her vulnerable side.
I know y'all keep me around for laughs, but I love you heifers. I would die for every last one of you.
I know you would. And you know what? You are one of the most loyal, fiercest, most honest friend we have. We are so lucky to have you.
Here is the deeper meaning. Humor can be both a shield and a gift. Sometimes the funniest people are the ones who use laughter to cover their pain. The scene reflects the saying, "The one who makes everyone laugh often hides the deepest hurt." Girls Trip reminds us that comedy does not erase insecurity, and being valuable in a group is not just about being funny, but being real, loyal, and honest. The movie Little is at number 8. This film is a fun twist on the classic body swap concept, but with a sharp message. It follows Jordan Sanders, a powerful tech boss who becomes her 13-year-old self again after mistreating people and losing touch with kindness. As little Jordan, she has to face middle school awkwardness and the emotional mess she once escaped by becoming powerful. The movie is about ego, empathy, and rediscovering humanity beneath success. Now check out this moment.
This doesn't make any sense. You went to bed grown and then you woke up little. But that's for white people, because black people don't have the time.
I know!
It sounds funny, but the meaning is real. It highlights how many people, especially minorities, are not allowed to pause, reflect, or break down. They must stay strong, act mature, and handle life without magic. It echoes a saying, "We age not by the years, but by the weight we carry." Little reminds us that sometimes the biggest transformation is not physical, but emotional. It is when we finally give ourselves permission to heal, feel, and grow. The next movie on this list is mind-blowing. Dolemite Is My Name showcases Eddie Murphy as Rudy Ray Moore, a struggling comedian who reinvents himself as Dolemite, a loud, flashy, bold character who refuses to be ignored. The movie is about resilience, creativity, and the power of believing in your own vision, even when the world laughs at you. It celebrates Black entrepreneurship, artistic freedom, and the idea that sometimes success is not given. You have to create it yourself. Everyone loves this innocence. Can you spend $30 million in 30 days? Well, Brewster's whole movie.
Let me tell you a little story, Brewster. When I was 7 years old, my daddy caught me smoking a cigar. Locked me in the broom closet for 3 days and 3 nights with nothing but a box of cigars and a book of matches. No food, Brewster. No water, just those goddamn cigars. Wouldn't let me out till I finished every last one of them. Taught me one hell of a lesson. I'm going to do to you what my daddy did to me. I'm going to teach you to hate spending money. I'm going to make you so sick of spending money that the mere sight of it will make you want to throw up.
Here is the deeper meaning. Sometimes the best way to understand value is to experience excess. It echoes the saying, wealth is not about having a lot of money, but knowing how to use it. Brewster learns that money means nothing without purpose, discipline, and wisdom. Next is Barbershop at number 11. This movie takes place in a small Chicago barbershop owned by Calvin, played by Ice Cube, and it is more than just a place to get a haircut. It is a community hub, a storytelling center, and a place where honesty lives rent-free. The movie explores legacy, community values, dreams, and the idea that success is not always about leaving your roots, but sometimes about honoring them. It is packed with humor, wisdom, and real everyday conversations. Here's one of such conversations.
But Jimmy got a point, because nobody in here want to be a barber for the rest of their life.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
I like cutting hair, Kyle.
Wait a minute. A barber is a craftsman. It's respectable. And I must admit, I like it. So I guess I agree with Terry.
This scene challenges the idea that some jobs are less valuable or less meaningful because they are not flashy or rich. True purpose is not defined by status, but by impact. It echoes the saying, there is no small job when it is done with big intention. Barbershop reminds us that dignity lives in the work, but meaning lives in the heart behind it. At 12 is Rush Hour, the peak of cultural comedy where East meets West and language, pride, and attitude collide in the funniest way possible. The movie follows Detective James Carter, played by Chris Tucker, and Inspector Lee, played by Jackie Chan, as they team up to solve a kidnapping case. What makes Rush Hour special is not just the action or comedy, but the clash of cultures, languages, personalities. Next is Beverly Hills Cop, a masterpiece of street smarts crashing into polished luxury, where Detroit grit walks into Beverly Hills glamour wearing a mischievous smile. The movie follows Axel Foley, played by Eddie Murphy, a loud, clever, unstoppable detective who does not fit into the calm, suit-wearing, rule-obsessed world of Beverly Hills police. But that is exactly why he wins. Beverly Hills Cop is not just about solving a crime, it's about exposing pretentiousness, challenging conformity, and proving that authenticity is a superpower. This scene is hilarious.
We're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this. Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe. That's more natural for us. You've been hanging out with this dude too long.
It captures the heart of the movie. It shows how people sometimes change their voice, behavior, or even identity just to fit into environments that do not value their true selves. Axel reminds us that pretending may impress, but authenticity connects, persuades, and succeeds. As Oscar Wilde said, be yourself, everyone else is already taken. 90s hip-hop and geek culture who dreams of escaping his neighborhood without losing himself, challenging assumptions and breaking limitations. Finally, we have Dear White People.
My brother, it's broke.
That exchange reflects the heart of the movie. Acknowledging problems is the first step toward change, and leadership requires honesty and courage. It reminds us of the saying, the first step in solving a problem is recognizing there is one. Dear White People uses humor to expose uncomfortable truths, showing that confronting reality with clarity and conviction is what drives progress. Yo, that's game for your brain. Now let it breathe, dropping gems every time. You best believe. Hit that sub, don't leave it on scene. Stay woke, stay wise, keep your mind clean.